Well, hello, everybody. Late night, early morning chat with Al. What came in the mail today? We shall see. Hope everyone's doing a-okay on what is now early Saturday morning, at least on the Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast of the United States of America. Had a lovely time with Nurse Teresa. It was her birthday. We had a lot of fun. Let me just say, I beat her in bowling in the first game we played. I won. I beat Nurse Teresa, who's a much better bowler than I. And in game 2, she kicked my ass. But anyway, happy birthday to my Bella. I love her. What came in the mail? We're going to do an unboxing because I'm very excited what came in the mail. I don't know if you guys are going to be excited, but I'm excited. So let's get to it, folks. Let's get ready to unbox. First, let me have another sip of coffee. I'm not tired yet. I'm like overtired. So when I'm overtired, I can't sleep. Probably drinking coffee is not the best thing to do when you're overtired, but I had a craving for coffee. Wash it down with a little water. Roger Ward was here earlier. Thank you for stopping by. He had to leave. Setting up the stream. So, what'd you guys think of the draft show we had yesterday? That was a lot of fun with Big Paulie, Rob Explanation Point, and our good friend Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Fun time. We had a lot of fun doing it. Any surprises in the draft? I was surprised the Patriots got Mac Jones, so that was cool. Lots of D. Scott Howard. D. Scott Howard says, "Good morning, Al. Happy birthday, Nurse T." Yes, Nurse Teresa's birthday. We had a great time. I beat her in bowling first game, and she kicked my ass the second game. But I had a first game. I had a strike and 2 spares, I think. Butchered a couple of, not bad. I wasn't horrible. I had a couple of bad rolls. Second game, I was bad. And she caught her stride and she beat me. But yeah, it was fun. I hadn't gone bowling in a long time. It was a lot of fun. And the last time I did go bowling was Candlepin. If you're not from the New England area, it's small ball. You get 3 balls to knock down the pins. We went big ball. So it was a lot of fun. Our good friend, Mr. Sports Time Machines, finishing up at work, stopping by to say hi. How you doing, Utah Mike? How's it going? Hope all's well. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel, Sports Time Machine. Our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike. So what is new with everybody? What is new before we get to the unboxing? I'm very excited. I'm very excited about what I got today. I'm looking forward to it. The OG, the original Grognard. How are you, OG? I want a wrestling video, OG. A wrestling video. Wrestling. I watched your football video. We're talking about football. It was pretty cool. But I want a wrestling video. I want you to start enjoying some gameplay. I know life gets in the way. This is so true. Life gets in the way of gameplay. But if you have time, that'd be fun. So we got Sean D. Sean D had a good time in the draft chat. Thank you. Everyone in the chat made the experience more pleasurable. You got RJL518, our good friend Rob. Check out his wonderful channel. Jim L, father of Superman. Well, sort of father of Superman. Hope all is well. He was in the chat for the draft party, which was really fun. Anthony's idea and Big Paulie and Rob Explanation Point did a wonderful job, and I was there for the ride and I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Hope everyone else did. As OG knows, he needs to get some gameplay, so that's all right. As everyone's saying hello to OG. All right, let's get to the unboxing. As Jim L says, it was a great show. Yes, it was. I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. First, before we get to the unboxing, let's lead up to the suspense a little bit. What is everyone playing right now. I know RJL 518 1976, Card and Dice, Inside Pitch Baseball. Our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike, Sports Time Machine 1972, Card and Dice, Stratomatic. I listened to the other day from Sports Time Machine's channel, the 72 Red Sox and the 72 A's. Fun game. Enjoyed it. Love hearing all the old names. That's a lot of fun. And Mike does a great job, as well as our good friend Rob, RJL518. Action PC basketball. Jim L's playing some Action PC basketball. Baseball. Jesus, Al. It's baseball, not basketball. It clearly says baseball. And you said basketball. Dummy. Big dummy. What show is that from? Big dummy. Come over here, you big dummy. Pretty good hints there. What TV show? D. Scott Howard playing some Action PC. That's a fun game. All the Action PC games are good. You know, they scratch different itches. 61 and 62 Philadelphia Warriors. Wilt Reap. Oh, awesome sauce. I played a little bit of that. Wilt Distilled. Wilt, to me, is the GOAT. I know some people will be... To me, Wilt's the GOAT. If Wilt played now with the training and everything, and he was great already, and the way they couldn't beat on him, and I don't care if you're going to throw 7-footers at him. Who cares? No one knows how to play inside. Wilt would kill them. That's just my humble opinion. Oh, so the original Grognard says he is working on setting up his first double elimination season for Fury football. So a little tournament for the OG. That should be a lot of fun. Let's go here. I'm playing the projected 2021 season, Jamel. That's Action PC. How's that going? Who's in the lead? And D. Scott Howard got it. Big dummy and Sanford and Son, Red Fox. So D. Scott Howard gets the first trivia question of this early morning, late evening, depending on where you are. Wilt is the GOAT, and I know goats. D. Scott Howard is the GOAT whisperer. So D. Scott Howard is correct. He knows goats. I think Wilt was great. I think he gets a bad rap. You don't go wrong starting a team with Wilt Chamberlain. You don't go wrong starting a team with Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Julius Erving, George Gervin, many more. The Oscar Robinson, they're all great. I'd take them all over LeBron James. Mr. I'll put my shoulder into you and run into you like a football player. I think he's great. I think he's highly over effing rated. That's just, I'm not a big fan of his at all. And there's a lot of players who put the shoulder into people. Here's what it is in basketball now. I'm pretty sure the rules say if the offensive player makes the contact, the foul's on the offensive player. Like if you put your, you're driving into him with your shoulder, they never call that, very rarely. So anyhow, Jamel, I'm playing the Braves. We are 7-14, LOL. I don't think the Braves were that good then. It's fun to play bad teams. That's one thing when you do a project. Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming. You big ugly ape. Who did he used to call a big, was it big ugly ape or big ugly gorilla? You gorilla. Who did Fred Sanford call on Sanford and Son? Ugh. You big gorilla. Let's see. D. Scott Howard's going to get it. So. You Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike got it. Esther, you so ugly. You make a blind man puke, Esther. She come in. That was just such a good show. That was a good show and it had its good run. Till Lamont left the show. That was a good show. Jim L has Aunt Esther. I don't know. I got Sanford and Son on the mind right now. Good show. I like Sanford and Son. I'm sure that'd be offensive to someone now, right? Sanford and Son. Anyhow. You know what offends me? Offensive people. People who get offended by things offend me. If you don't want to watch it, don't. When did Dr. Seuss become bad? I hate to tell people, but Eskimos probably do wear, like parkas and stuff. I'm just saying. How is that offensive? And the Dr. Seuss people caved. The more you cave to idiots on whatever side of whatever, the more they get away with. Don't cave to people. The squeaky wheel gets way too much grease now. Way too much grease. Oh my. Anyhow, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure All in the Family's offensive to people, right? It's a show. It's a show. You understand? It's a show. Anyhow. Pepe Le Pew, gone. No longer. We can no longer watch Pepe Le Pew. Looney Tunes has eliminated Pepe Le Pew. What's up with that? It's an effing cartoon. Oh, people. How are these people offended by everything? And then you ask like someone who's whatever, does Pepe Le Pew offend you? And most people are like, no, it's a cartoon. And you get these freaking whatevers. I don't know what they are. I don't know what these people do. I really don't. I don't know what these people do to get offended by a cartoon. Get a fucking life. Jesus Christ. Anyhow. Yeah, Pepe got booted from Space Jam 2, but yet LeBron James, Captain Communist, Comrade LeBron, is still going to be in Space Jam 2. You know, the man who likes the Chinese government. Chinese government who does not go by global warming rules, but no one complains about them. I'm just saying. It's kind of funny, right? I hate LeBron James. I'll come out and say it. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. He's an a-hole. Anyway, enough of that, right? What's the unboxing? You know, it would suck if I didn't bring the box in here, but I did. So we got this in the mail. So we got this. Who's it from? BarnesandNoble.com. BarnesandNoble.com. Unboxing. What is it? If I make a movie, I'm putting Pepe Le Pew in it. I'm just telling you. I'm putting Pepe Le Pew in it. And Dr. Seuss with the Eskimos. And Aunt Jemima. I'm putting Aunt Jemima in it. Uncle Ben. Putting Uncle Ben in it. People don't even know the backstory on Uncle Ben. That's what's hilarious about that. Successful businessman. And just... Anyway. People who get easily offended should swim with the sharks. That's what I think. All right, let's get back to the unboxing. I'm pissed that Pepe Le Pew has been booted. I learned most of my dating tips from Pepe Le Pew when I was a kid. Never give up. It's like a life lesson for everything, Pepe Le Pew. Forget about the whole dating thing. Right? Pepe Le Pew was the most tenacious, never give up. You have a goal, go for it. That's the way I interpreted Pepe Le Pew. Now, he was a bit strange, but it's a cartoon character. Anyway, let's get the unboxing. What do we got here? Who's here? Aaron Hicks talks about how hard it was for a black man to play in today's... Oh. How hard it is for a black man to play in today's MLB. Okay. Do you think it's really hard for someone to play Major League Baseball if they're an athlete? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I think there's so much bullshit people think about. They make up problems that don't exist. don't exist. Not in I want to know. I want to know. I want to see it. There are bad people in the world. Yes. There are jerks in the world who think stupid thoughts. Yes. That's not the majority of people. It's not. It's not. You know. And again, anyone can believe what they want. I'm just saying it's not. These people are making up shit in their head. LeBron James is not oppressed. There's not systematic racism in this country. If there is systematic racism or whatever, systematic anything, then the people that they wouldn't get to a certain point, anybody, if there was systematic anything. Now, are there bad people who think stupid? Yeah, there's still people like that. All different race, colors, creeds, ethnicity, sexual orientation. No one's an angel. Not everyone's good. But the majority of people, race, color, creed, sexual orientation, whatever, are good people. You got to listen to Charles Barkley, people. People make fun of Charles. Charles makes sense. People keep trying to divide everybody. They just keep trying to divide everybody. We have so much in common, regardless of whatever. And people try to drive people apart. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's frustrating. I don't watch the news anymore. I don't watch any news. I watch the weather. I can hardly take that because it's a bunch of 5-year-olds in the local news. I'm like, who does their makeup? Do they look in the mirror? I don't think they do. They look like fucking clowns. They do. Pardon my language. It's late night, early morning. This is late night chat. Anyhow. Unboxing. I'll blabber on some more. Just treat people the way you want to be treated. That's all. And life is good. Just treat people with respect until they don't deserve respect. If they treat you poorly, then we have a problem, folks. So. Yep, I agree. I want to watch sports for sports. I want to watch movies for movies. You want to watch the news? Well, actually, we don't get news. We don't get news anymore. Whatever news station you watch, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, all of them, NBC, whatever you want. Propaganda. It's propaganda. Propaganda. When Project Veritas can catch these people, here's another thing. How stupid are these people? If a pretty woman comes to talk to you, Dana, who is it? Joe Rogan talked about this. It was kind of funny. And again, take everything with a grain of salt. I'm just saying, I was watching a little bit of Joe Rogan. He goes, it's amazing what a pretty woman can get someone to say. Dude, shut up. You're not getting laid anyway. You know, CNN, blah, 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 blah. We're propaganda. We're propaganda. We're propaganda. We're propaganda. Guy says it. He's a producer. We're propaganda. How many more times do these people have to get caught saying they're propaganda? An opinion piece, yes. All news networks used to have their opinion editorials. That's fine. That's an opinion, blah, blah. Not the whole news. Every news station is, the majority of it's propaganda. And again, I don't care who you voted for, what side, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't care if you voted this way, that way. It doesn't matter. You have to know the truth. You don't have to agree with me, but at least let's all know what the truth is. CNN's bullshit. MSNBC's bullshit. Fox is pretty much close to bullshit. And all the other ones is bullshit. There's enough. It's mind-numbing to me. Mind-numbing. It's aggravating. I'm just talking calmly. I just want to say things. We'll go back to funny crap, like how Pepe Le Pew's offensive and how Eskimos who most likely do wear parkas are offensive. And people cave to these jackasses. They cave. Like, if you talk about communism good now, you're a good person. You're a good person if you talk. Communism is bad. Totalitarianism is bad. We live in a country with flaws, okay, but it's a democracy. It's fastly not becoming a democracy because you can't, freedom of speech. We have that. Whether you like what I say or not, I have a right to say it. You don't want to hear me say it? Walk away. I'll give you a great example. When The Sopranos were on, some Italian Americans were offended. You know what I told people? If you don't want to watch The Sopranos, don't watch The Sopranos. Simple as that. I'm an Italian. I'm an American of Italian descent. I watched it. That doesn't represent all Americans of Italian descent. It is a story, a portion. It was a good story. The Sopranos were good. Seasons coming towards the end were the earlier seasons were better, but if you don't like something, don't watch it. How is Pepe Le Pew bad? How is Dr. Seuss bad? I don't get it. Don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I know people don't vote the way I vote. That's fine. To me, I look at the bigger picture. I vote for people sometimes I really don't like, but I have to look at the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? That's just me. That's just me. We have someone in a position of power. I'm not talking about the president. I'm talking about someone else who loves Iran, a country that says they want to kill us constantly. The guy's making deals left and right. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And no media calls them out besides Fox, and they're bullshit. I already told you they're bullshit. They're just playing the other side of the fence. That's all they're doing. They're playing the yin and the yang. People should be concerned about this stuff. Not nuts. Don't go nuts over it. Just concerned. Anyway. All right. Let's get to the chat. Oh, Captain Carl. He says, I'm with you, Al. The only news that I get is from newspapers, and that is not affiliated with any political parties. Again, opinion pieces were always there. I used to like watching 60 Minutes. I can't watch that shit. I used to like watching Meet the Press. I've been around politics my whole life. Believe me, don't believe me. I've been around it my whole life. Whole life. Fact. I know what it's about. I used to love watching that stuff. And I didn't care. I loved the debate back and forth about ideas and stuff. And sometimes it got a little heated. And now everything's like, if you disagree with me, you're a fascist. I'm a fascist. I let people speak their mind. You people are the fascists. When someone says, oh, blah, 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 blah. Look in the mirror first, people. Look in the mirror first. When someone starts going, blah, 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 blah. You're bad. You're bad. So everyone who voted a certain way is because you don't like whatever is this. You're wrong. They're wrong. They're nuts. They can go fuck themselves. They're bad people. And unfortunately, the squeaky wheel, always a squeaky wheel. Again, listen to Charles Barkley. I've always liked Charles Barkley. He speaks his mind. Do I always agree with him? No, but he speaks his mind. And my God, he makes more sense. People make fun of him. He makes sense. I don't care. We have more things in common, regardless of race, color, creed, sexual orientation, religion. We have more things in common in this country, in the United States of America, than we have not in common. But there are people constantly trying to divide us. Both sides trying to get their little divisions. So, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Anyhow, as Captain Carl says, good morning, everyone. Oh, that's not Captain Carl. That's Captain Carl. This is Dave. Yeah, again, it is what it is. I'm not making fun of liberals because they're not liberals, these people. They're not liberals. They're not. They're not. A liberal, if you look at the definition of a liberal, until they rewrite that one too, because they rewrite everything. They rewrite everything. They're rewriting history. Abraham Lincoln's bad now to some people. What? Are you fucking stupid? Abraham Lincoln bad. Teddy Roosevelt bad. Really? He invited the first. Again, they don't understand time periods. They try to put everything in today's time period. Again, they say they're liberal. They're not liberal. They're just like right-wing lunatics. They're left-wing lunatics. Both are totalitarianists. Both. And if you don't know what totalitarianism is, it's when people say, don't read these books, they're bad. Don't speak your mind, it's bad. You better vote with us or it's bad. That's the start of totalitarianism, people. Again, listen to Charles Barkley. We have more in common than we don't have in common. You know what most people want to do? Most people want to go to work, make their money, pay their bills, and enjoy life. Fact. Anyhow, let's go on. Who else is here? Michael's here. I also watch older shows, sports as well. I like new shows too, though. I've been watching like Hell's Kitchen with Teresa. That's pretty good. Reality TV, but you know, some of that, it's fixed. I used to love Storage Wars. Now it's all fixed, but I love Storage Wars. Yeah, Jakey, you're right. Again, both sides. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm moderate. I'm a moderate to conservative, but I do have other liberal. You know, I believe in medicine, medical care for all done properly, which to me, you know, here's what I don't get. How come I always pay more for my premiums and I get less and less benefits? Whatever. Anyway, why am I always getting screwed and not in a good way? All right, let's see. What's going on? Good point, Jakey. Good point. Again, we're just talking nicely. We're going to get to the unboxing. We're going to get to it. It's a build-up. I like we're chatting a little different here. Love the Jeffersons. To people, the Jeffersons is, to me, again, a success story. We were talking a little bit about this. Did we actually talk about it on the draft show? Or was it, I think we was on the draft show. Like when Washington Redskins, they changed their name. Okay, whatever. They asked people, is this offensive to you? They asked some Native Americans, and again, maybe some say yes, some say no. I watched the stuff, and again, anyone can do anything with an interview. A lot of them just, yeah, no, it's not. When I would watch the Washington Redskins, I didn't think offensive things about anybody. I didn't. Last thing I ever thought of. I still don't. It kind of makes me laugh. That's just like when they went, I think it was Florida Seminoles a few years back, where they wanted to change their name. They go, that's offensive. They have permission from the Seminole tribe to use Florida Seminoles. Just like they didn't realize that, you know, when the Seminole used to go out and throw the spear down in the middle at the 50-yard line, they thought that is really at the time, I don't know now, that was a Seminole Indian. So these people don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Again, that was at the time. I'm assuming it stayed the same, but who knows? My miscue. His name's Sal Magley. He wasn't nicknamed the barber. He give you a close shave. He came inside. Sal Maglia was from West Springfield, Massachusetts, I believe, or Springfield, Massachusetts. Barkley is great, says what's on it. Yeah, and you know, some people, and it's not because I don't agree with them all the time, nor should you. You shouldn't agree with someone all the time. I love Charles Barkley. You know how many points Barkley would score in today's NBA when you couldn't touch him on the inside? He'd kill people on the inside. Yeah. And again, they speak their mind. I'm not even going to get into the Black Lives Matter things because they're the biggest crock of poop ever. They don't care about anyone but this. Go look into how many $1 million houses they bought. Fact. And there are people why are you donating to a communist organization? They are self-proclaimed, self-taught Marxists. Their own words out of their mouths. Their own words out of their mouths. Tim Scott, again, whether you agree, disagree, whatever, Tim Scott gave the rebuttal to the president of the United States, right? That's like the opposite. The opposing party always gives a rebuttal, to the State of the Union or a speech or whatever. Tim Scott's African American, if you don't know. But it's okay because he's a Republican to say horrible things about him. Where's everyone jumping on that? Where? That's hypocrite. They're hypocrites. Back freedom. Back freedom. That's all I say. Back freedom. Those people don't care about freedom. The majority of the people in power don't give a shit about you. Not all of them, but a lot on both sides. They don't care. Nothing gets fixed. Nothing gets fixed. Anyway. That's right. We got him. I told you the Patriots were going to get him. I got your text. I was bowling with Nurse Teresa. I beat her the first game. She kicked my ass the second game. Anyway. Yep. That's what I said, Michael. That's why it made me laugh when they tried to do that. That was pretty funny. All right. Now let's go to the unboxing. Oh, Captain Carl, the Patriots got him. Got Barrymore. Oh, the Rams drafted Atwell. Was that the kid out of Notre Dame? That wasn't the kid out of where did the kid out of Notre Dame go? The linebacker. He dropped really far in the draft. The linebacker. Hold on. We're gonna do the unboxing shortly. The Notre Dame linebacker. Oh, the unboxing's happening already. Pop. Oh, I can't pronounce his name anyway. Notre Dame linebacker. Where is he? Koramoah. Is that how you pronounce his name? Koramoah? New Orleans? He went to New Orleans? Kayfabe? Cool. That's a good pick. All right, here we go. Kayfabe's going to like what I got. I heard the Bucks got the kid from Stanford. Okay. All right. I like what the Patriots did. We got Mac. I can't believe Mac Jones fell to the Patriots. And I kept saying the singer. It's not the singer. That's Mac Davis. He passed away a few years ago. Mac Davis was in what fun football movie? Come on. Football movie, Nick Nolte, Mac Davis, was written by a former Dallas Cowboy. And the NFL told him if he used real teams and real names, they were going to sue him. So basically, it's a story I kind of give. What movie is that? Mac Davis, Nick Nolte, written by a former professional football player from the Dallas Cowboys. Michael Peterson, you are correct. North Dallas 40. D. Smith, North Dallas 40. Hope everyone's doing well. Again, I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm just talking calmly. We should all be on the side of freedom regardless of who you vote for. And they're not. When people try to. Dr. Seuss is not bad. I'm just getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed off at these people. Pepe Le Pew is not bad. What are these? It's not bad. I wish they would go elsewhere. These people who get offended by everything. Go somewhere. Just not here. Shanghai Steve, North Dallas 40. You are correct. North Dallas. I've never read the book. I've wanted to read the book. I own the movie. Love North Dallas 40. Oh, D. Scott Howard said semi-tough. Semi-tough. D. Scott. Is that Burt Reynolds and Chris Christopherson? And a woman. I can't remember her name. I can see her face. I think that's Chris Christopherson and Burt Reynolds. And they were supposed to be like, they played for a team in Miami. I mean, they're kind of doing kick and Zonka supposedly, but I don't think so. There it is. KFAB says, bring it on. Unbox. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Then we'll chat a little more. I'm overtired. And when I'm overtired, I can't sleep. So, again, I had a craving for coffee. I shouldn't be drinking coffee when I can't sleep, but I am. Those boxing gloves behind me, the old ones, heavyweight contender Joe Bapsky. He fought Ezra Charles in a title eliminator, but he lost. Had he won, he would have got a crack at Joe Louis. Ezra Charles beat him. I want to say he stopped him in 8. Joe Bapsky or Bapsky. So, and that's when he fought in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Those boxing gloves right there. Where am I pointing? Right there. I got it right. So that's kind of cool. They cut all the cartoons up. Oh, yeah. Well, look who teaches school now. These teachers are insane. The lieutenant governor of North Carolina is African American. He is conservative, a religious man. Again, whatever. You don't have to agree with everything he says, but I like him. They compared him to the Ku Klux Klan. The person who wrote that cartoon is a social studies teacher in 8th grade. Warping young minds. Not telling the truth. Hate to tell you this, people. The Ku Klux Klan was started by what political party? Anyone? Come on, anyone? Anyone in the chat? Ku Klux Klan. What political party is affiliated mostly with the Ku Klux Klan? Who started them? Anybody? Does anybody know the truth? It wasn't the party of Abraham Lincoln. That's all I'll tell you. Yes, you are correct. Then I'm not saying down in the South. Yes. So for a social studies teacher to compare the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, who's African American and a religious person, a reverend, a minister, to the Ku Klux Klan in a cartoon that's in a major paper in North Carolina, not like he said private or anything. No one jumps down their throat. Nobody. At least he called them out because he don't take any. He doesn't take any bull BS. Do you see the problem there? This person's an 8th grade social studies teacher teaching kids crap. I had history teachers who were horrible. They didn't even know history. I had a government teacher. He was a liberal, wonderful guy, open-minded. We would and see. I was a senior in high school. We had differences of opinions, but you could talk to him. And then I had other teachers who were just propagandists. So anyhow, and again, I don't give a shit who you vote for. I'm just saying, you can't. Here's the thing: if you tell a lie enough, regardless of it, and this is an old totalitarian tactic. I'm not talking about the normal political fibs. Everyone does that if you're in politics. You skew numbers. So you can say, no, we're right. Look, you use the stats. You use stats the way you want. Believe me, don't believe me. I've been around it. You can say I'm bullshit. I'm not. I've been around it. Not going to get into it. I've been around it. Worked on many political campaigns. Statewide. Where I live. You can't do that, people. It's not right. It's not right. Not right. You can disagree with the man's philosophy. You don't do that. You don't. It's whatever. But, Abraham Lincoln, bad. Abraham Lincoln, bad now. All right, let's get to the unboxing. Here we go. So this came in the mail. What we got here? Let's go here. They are against bullying, but they are the biggest bullies. They're the biggest bullshit arters. I totally agree. They are the totalitarianists. When someone says you can't speak your burning, like, don't read books, don't read these books. Who said that in about like the mid 30s in Europe? Don't read these books. These books are bad. Those people are bad. Who said that? I'm being a little facetious, not facetious, a little funny, but it's just, anyhow, here we go. All right, so unboxing came in there. I kind of pre-ripped it. That way I wouldn't be going. So I've been on a wrestling kick lately, old school wrestling. So, all right, we got the box. We're going to do the box. We undid the box. And what do we have in the box? I'm very excited about this. I don't know if you guys probably won't be excited, but I am. Won't take long to read. I got the biography on superstar Billy Graham. And it's superstar Billy Graham, Tangled Ropes. He wrote it with Keith Elliott Greenberg. Superstar Billy Graham told his audience, I'm the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. Superstar Billy Graham. There's so many great, and again, you take things with grain of salt and stuff, but I've been watching a lot of, and it had good reviews. There's a lot of interviews with him out there, and he's a little bitter at times, but interesting story, really good backstory, a lot of different things. And so I purchased the book. It has some great photos in it too. I want to find he did a photo shoot, superstar Billy Graham, New York, when he was still champ. It wasn't even a photo shoot. He went out. He was the first, like they said, cool heel champ. And he stayed in kayfabe, in character, but if fans came up to him and wanted an autograph in the old days, right, they would just walk away. He would sign an autograph. He liked his fans. And they have one picture here, and I found like a collage, but I wanted to see more of the pictures that he did when he was in New York. Let me find it real quick in here. And again, it's an easy read. How many pages? Let me just look here. 341 pages. I'll finish it in a few days once I get rolling. But superstar Billy Graham gave a great promo. He was awesome. You've got the DVD. How is it? I wanted to get that too. I think I'm going to get that. How is the DVD? 20 years too soon, right? It's called. Captain Carl says, I've got the DVD and the cover is the same as the book cover. How was that? Yes. Absolutely. We're going to get into that. And everyone's probably glad because I won't rant about totalitarianism anymore. Here's the simple fact, people. We're going to get into that. That's great. They did draw a lot of money. Treat people the way I say it all the time after my streams. And I try to live it. I don't always. Sometimes I get pissed at people. And I'm not Jesus Christ, unfortunately. I don't turn the other cheek easily. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It's very simple. Again, I try to live by that. D. Scott Howard. I love the Jesse Ventura quote. I was wearing tie-dye when the superstar still had hair after being accused of borrowing his style. Jesse stole everything from superstar Billy Graham. So did Hulk Hogan. Go back and look. But anyway, no, I'm going to pick it up, but I appreciate that, Captain Carl. It looks cool. I wanted to read the book. There's so many cool interviews. I would love to show them to you. I should probably have got the links. Anyway, so let's go back to Radiator 40 Deuces. Adios. Okay, bye. Where is it? So KFAB says, kayfabe, I always say KFAB. The WWF should have kept the belt on Graham. He drew a lot of money. Absolutely. They should have turned him babyface. They should. And I didn't realize until I search out a lot of the YouTube videos on him. And I was like, listening to him, and I go, God, they should just turned him good guy. Because I kind of remembered the promos he did when I was a kid. And again, I didn't like when he beat Bruno. I was a real little kid, and I know people I saw the highlights of it, and you can find the matches now. But Bruno wanted him to have the belt because he was retiring, and Bruno thought he was going to be good for business. And Sammartino was correct; it was very good for business. And superstar Billy Graham, whose real name is Wayne Coleman, has a very interesting story. Very interesting story. I'm excited to read it. And I'll read the back cover for real quick after. They should have turned – he actually approached Vince Sr. He approached Vince Sr. and gave him the idea to flip him to babyface. And he have Koloff, his partner, turn on him in a tag team match. I think it was Kevin Sullivan I was listening to. I love Kevin Sullivan too, the wrestler. And he was talking about, and he didn't even realize that because the interviewer said, yeah, superstar Billy Graham had told him, he had pitched the same idea. Let Koloff turn on me. And he goes, I'll be the biggest face since the only one bigger would be Sammartino. And the fans were already liking him. It would have been awesome. He would have been Hulk Hogan before Hulk Hogan. It would have been awesome. And they didn't want to do it because they promised it to Bob Backlund, and Bob Backlund was boring. And I didn't dislike Bob Backlund. He was boring. Bob Backlund was boring. Take care, David. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. I didn't like his judo gimmick. Yeah, that came late. I didn't like that when they brought him back with that. Made no sense. I didn't like it. John St. Baptiste. Not fair for me to answer the Mac David. You can answer whatever question you want. John St. Baptiste, hope all is well. One of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to music. Absolutely fabulous. Again, I hope everything's going well, my friend. Hope things are going better. Only thing we can do, no matter how painful it gets with loss, roll with the punches the best of our ability. John St. Baptiste. I love John St. Baptiste. John, I'm not on Twitter anymore. That's why if you've messaged me on there, I'm not on there anymore. Very toxic atmosphere on Twitter, in my opinion. So, as John saying hello, people. So, yeah, it would have been interesting if they kept the belt. He's awesome. Check some of his type in superstar Billy Graham on YouTube and just watch his promos. So let me just read a little bit. The problem is I can't. When I got to put it at a certain angle. Okay, so despite years of devastating health issues, a long history of drug abuse, steroids, some of them, led to liver transplant in 2002, the man regarded as one of the most influential professional wrestlers of the past 30 years still flaunts the same optimism that made his interviews as compelling as his matches. In The Tangled Ropes, his autobiography, Graham remembers his victories and his setbacks on both the wrestling and in evangelism circuits, I mispronounced that, as he was a preacher, in vibrant detail. At his core, Graham is still Wayne Coleman, the artistic, curious boy who escaped the wrath of his disabled father in post-war Phoenix through painting, sports, and bodybuilding. When his photo appeared in Bodybuilding magazine, the young man caught the attention of a family in Texas who began praying for his soul. Soon Wayne found religion at revival meetings, then mortified his parents as he left home to bend steel, rip phone books in half, and preach the gospel on the back roads of America. Because of his natural athleticism, Wayne held a series of jobs from bouncer to boxer, from repo man to football player. He played briefly in the Canadian Football League. That's kind of a little interesting side story. It's pretty cool. However, it was under the training of the mentor of mayhem, Stu Hart, that the wrestler was revealed. Then the fading headliner, Dr. Jerry Graham, bleached Wayne's hair blonde and transformed him into an in-ring brother. Still reverent of men of faith, Coleman became Billy Graham after the preacher. Graham completed the package with his golden tan and enormous pythons, succession of color-coordinated outfits and jive-talking persona, imitated by countless wrestlers, including Hulk Hogan and Jesse the Body Ventura. Superstar's greatest wrestling achievement came in 1977 in Baltimore, Maryland, when he took the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Championship from Bruno Sammartino. He had held the prize for nearly a year, the first wrestling villain to do so. But after he lost the title to wholesome Bob Backlund, Graham fell into deep depression. He disappeared from the business, squandering his money and losing himself in a haze of drugs. In the Tangled Ropes, co-written with Keith Elliott Greenberg, superstar Billy Graham tells a story that transcends his life in the wrestling profession, offering candor, nostalgia, inspiration, and humor. Graham's narrative is supplemented by anecdotes from personalities like Vince McMahon, Jesse Ventura, Ivan Koloff, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. So that's just the backstory. Take care, Jakey. He says, I was into wrestling mostly in the 80s and mid-90s. I stopped watching wrestling for a while. Then I got back into it with The Rock and Steve Austin. I liked The Rock. I thought his shtick was funny. Fell away again. Started watching a little bit just because I saw a match with Cesaro, and I liked him. I liked his style. What I would do and again, we all know wrestling's fake. We've known that for a long time. They tell you it's fake. What they need to, it's violent gymnastics, violent ballet, violent dance. What they need to do, they got to stop with all the high spots, the flipping. It's just too, you can't constantly do it. To me, it takes away from it. It takes away from it. And also with the punching, because that's horrible. It looks horrible. Go to forearms, go to things like that. Stop throwing people into the not the ring post, but on the outside, there's certain things that just looks bad. Other than that, Cesaro, I watched Cesaro and Seth Rollins, WrestleMania, first night. Tremendous match. In my opinion, I'm not a wrestling expert, not a wrestling guru, but I like that. I like the Lash match with the Scottish guy who I can't think of his name. That was a fun match to me. The other thing they do is, my God, do people get out of finishing holds or finishing moves? I was listening to Al Snow, who fascinates me also when he talks about the wrestling business. Too much. It's too much. When you put a finishing move on, it should be it. Unless the guy doesn't get it good or he's able to escape it before. But other than that, I like those guys. I enjoyed the triple threat match for the championship. I think Roman Reigns, very good. Plays a great heel. It didn't bother me, the triple threat. I don't know why people got bothered that it was like a sort of a clean win. I mean, they had the interference from his cousin because it was a no DQ match, but I like that it was a clean one. Sort of, he won 1, 2, 3. I always did. And again, I've listened to Superstar Billy Graham, and I've listened to other heel, the YouTube stuff, how the champ, heel champ is supposed to cheat to win and all that stuff. And once in a while, it's nice to see. And he still cheated. His cousin came in, Roman Reigns, and But again, it was no DQ, so technically it's not cheating. But I would get away from too many high spots. Too many, my terminology. Too much leaping crap. You know, women's wrestling is awful, awful. They do everything, all these wonderful moves. It's too slow to me, and you can just see them helping the other person. So again, it's like the violent ballet. It's very athletic. It's just awful. It's awful. Same thing when they're taking the guy on the ropes and they're going to suplex him. You can see the guy. They got to either do it really quick or don't do it at all. So, yeah. Superstar Billy Graham. He's having a lot of health issues. I don't think he's going to last much longer. He's lived a colorful life. That's all I could say. And hopefully, you know, he does last. The story is just a little too soap opera. Yeah, I would, you know, there's something to be said if they could go mix some of the new with some of the old, right? That'd be interesting. All I know is Cesaro was never pushed, from what I understand, and the crowd took to him. You got a very strong guy. The crowd likes him, and he was never given the push. Put the belt on him. Let him beat Roman Reigns. Makes sense. The crowd, and again, I'm not an expert. I'm just reading stuff and looking at videos, and I like to listen to Jim Cornette talk about wrestling. I don't agree with everything he says about a lot of things, but I do enjoy it, and you know, him talk about wrestling. Now this box is in the way. Put that there. I don't know. You know, it's kind of fun. Rowdy Piper. Did anyone watch that on A&E? Bud W. How you doing, Bud? Hope all is well. Hot Rod. I saw Rowdy Piper live at the Civic Center where I lived at the time. They came out. I've told this story before. Piper, Orndorff, Orton. I never remember the fourth guy, but we had waited. My friends were big wrestling fans, and they said, just wait. But we didn't wait there. We waited at the McDonald's, and they were watching people clear out. And then I forgot some baby faces came out. I don't even remember who they were, but they didn't even acknowledge us. They walked right by. And Piper and Orndorff and Orton and the other guy, who I wish I could remember, they were pretty cool. We walked over. We said, hot rod, because I had the Hot Rod T-shirt, and we were shit. What were we, 12? And they came over like between the barrier. It was only us. It was only us and a couple other people, and they spent a few minutes, if it was that, 5 minutes less, probably much less, but it was great. They were nice. How'd you like the matches and this and that? I never rooted for those good guys ever again. Because Hot Rod was still technically, those guys were like technically heels still. In fact, I kind of think Orndorff turned on him later on or something like that. But thank you. I enjoyed the ones you put in the face group page. The Clinton's wife has pictures with superstar Billy Graham. Awesome. She shared some with me. You know, Clinton says, excellent story. Which one? The Piper story or the? I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch that. They did Mick Foley. That one's on. You can find that on A&E YouTube channel now. Steve Austin. I might watch. People forget Austin was on part of the. What the hell were they called? The Beautiful Blondes. Shit, I don't remember. Before he was his Stone Cold persona. The other thing that was interesting that Billy Graham talked about in one of his interviews was everything's scripted now. They don't let the wrestler, the person himself, develop his own character. You know, there's no more Rock. Like The Rock basically developed his own character because what they were giving him didn't work. He went and tried it in other places. Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'm pretty sure, came up with his own character there too. Yep. They Live. Rob Carpenter directed it. This great little interview with Piper talking about that on YouTube. Clinton Park says his wife will tell you Roddy Piper, Jesse Ventura, Mark Calloway. Is Mark Calloway? Is he the Undertaker? You would never find these guys in bars after the matches. Hollywood Blondes. People forget we had just gotten well, we had cable for a while, but then there were these independent like regular TV channels. And there was a lot of different wrestling that I never saw before. Because where I lived, it was WWF. Now I knew some of these wrestlers, not so much the Austin stuff. That's a little later too. But I knew some wrestlers because my dad was a barber and he had all the wrestling magazines and some boxing. You know, every month we got these at the barbershop got the wrestling magazine, and I would look at these pictures like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? That's how I knew who Ric Flair was. I never saw Ric Flair wrestle until Channel 20 came about, and he was doing some wrestling in Texas where the Von Erichs were. Texas Championship Wrestling or something like that. And then when we got TBS, cable, you saw TBS, and I fell in love with wrestling again because they did the studio shows, which were awesome. I love the studio shows. They got like 30 people in there, 50 people or something, if that. Take care, my friend. You be careful, Clinton. Thank you for stopping by. Jake Cruz was a big Ultimate Warrior fan. Bud W says, I bought the Crusher a beer. Crusher was big in San Francisco, right? Crusher, Pat Patterson. Oh, shoot. Who's that other guy? Ray Stevens, the Crippler. So Captain Carlite says yes. Okay. Yeah, he seems. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. He's everyone likes him. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm very excited. I'm very excited about the book. I'm going to be reading it. I think I'm going to enjoy it. There's a guy out there. He's Canadian, independent wrestler, Hannibal. He has a lot of interviews with ex-wrestlers, older wrestlers. I enjoy those. And he has a lot of interview footage with superstar Billy Graham throughout the years because they became good friends. So it's just interesting stuff to me. And there's a lot of others. I love listening to Kevin. I think what's fun about wrestling, the old stuff to listen about, is the business aspect of it. And that's why it was so weird. If your thing is to make money, right? Because basically wrestling is what? Carnival show, right? How did people get people to go to the carnival? Just these over-the-top characters, right? And that's what wrestling is back in the day. So why would you take the belt off superstar Billy Graham when he was making money? I wanted to show you one picture. I want to find the one. It's one of the pictures that... Here it is. This is him in New York City when he's still a heel. He went out for a walk with a camera, and there was a camera guy. And hundreds of people just followed him around. And every time, the more he walked, the more people followed. And he signed autographs. He signed this young woman's arm. He took pictures with people. And then at the end, he rips he takes his shirt off. And I think he's on near a fire hydrant, or he gets on top of a fire and something. He's doing his superstar Billy Graham pose. But see, this is someone who is a heel champion who the fans have taken to because he knew how to interact with the fans, and they didn't. They had something. They had Hulk Hogan before it was Hulk Hogan. They didn't realize it. And it's funny because I came up with my own little thing with how I would have turned him face before I just typed it in like on like on the internet, YouTube, turning fan. I came across all these people saying how they should have turned him face, and then like he's saying how he would have had not what the hell is it, Koloff turn against him. Ivan Koloff, his tag team partner, turn against him. And Kevin Sullivan had brought up how the WWF and Vince Sr., they had turned many baby faces in tag team matches to heels where they attacked their own partner. So it'd be 3 against 1, and they'd beat the piss out of their own partner. And they turned many. Spiros Arion was a baby face. They turned him heel. Who's the other one? Chief Peter Maeva. I remember when he turned on Chief Jay Strongbow. I think he even turned on Bob Backlund. And there was another one. But so why couldn't you do it the other way? My thing I would have done was Superstar Billy Graham. I kind of took from what I heard after. So he would have gotten attacked in a tag team match. And Bruno Sammartino was doing color commentary, right? And because they're just beating the crap out of Superstar, I would have had Bruno go in the ring and help him. And they kind of clear the ring because it's Bruno Sammartino and Superstar Billy Graham. They don't shake hands, though. They just kind of look at each other. It's almost like a Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and a Rock thing when they kind of did it with them. So I said that would work. That would work. That would have worked great with Bruno. Again, if they agreed to it. And I don't think they didn't. I don't think they disliked each other because Bruno gave this. Bruno was the one who said, "Yeah, let Billy win the championship because we can make money, and I'm tired and I don't want to do it anymore. I only want to wrestle when I want to wrestle," kind of deal. So then it would be Bruno doing an interview, right? We can say in the ring. You know how they do the interviews in the ring. And then 5 heels come out and they attack him. And now Superstar Billy Graham comes out to help him. And they clear house. They win the battle against all the bad guys. And then Superstar Billy Graham puts that hand out, reluctantly. Bruno shakes it, and the crowd goes nuts. And now you just put Superstar Billy Graham over. And you can even have those guys in tag matches against the other bad guys. Why they didn't think of that is beyond me. I mean, they didn't even have to do that, but I thought it'd be really cool. That was one of my ideas. Jake, that's right. He isn't. That's what I'm saying. Check out the Iron Sheik movie. I saw that. I didn't see that, but I've heard of that. How was that? He has a very interesting backstory, and his shoot videos are underrated heel. He liked to party. The Iron Sheik. Those are some really fun stuff. Our good friend Todd Wardrobe plays World War II. Check out that wonderful channel. What time is it? We're going to go just a little more, 10 more minutes, then I'm going to hit the hay. I'm still hyper. I'm not tired. I'm overtired. Okay. You always get a fucking jackass. I don't even know if that was a subscriber. Gone. I didn't find that funny. I put it up there just to show what a jackass that person is. Obviously, they don't follow my channel. My mother has passed, you fucking asshole. To you. I hope something horrible. Well, no, I don't. I hope you get diarrhea. I hope you shit yourself. Anyway. I always feel that those people can't satisfy whoever their lover is. People like that, They have inequities. That's what I feel. Lack of self-confidence, lack of worth in their life. I'm glad they come out. Bring it. Bring it, fuck faces. I don't even know if that was a subscriber. If it is, go fuck yourself. I'm glad you're gone. So, unsubscribe. What a douchebag. That's enough of that. Anyway. What am I excited about playing now? I'm excited about reading this book. Superstar Billy Graham. Fun book, interesting life. So I'm excited about that. What am I excited about playing next? We got lots of games. My God, I got more games and seasons behind me. I have more games and seasons mostly. I don't have many. Well, I do have a lot of games. There's not enough hours in the day. Life gets that whole thing, work, right? You get up, you go to work, you pay your bills. At least that's what I do. Somehow that makes me a bad person because I pay my bills, I obey the law, and yet I'm the cause supposedly of other people's problems. I don't get that, but whatever. Anyhow, Bud W. Glory Days releases Monday. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a set. I am fortunate enough that Anthony lets me beta test some of that, so I have some of those boxers. That's a hell of a set. The junior set, all good fighters. A lot of good action fighters. That's a hell of a set, Bud W. Great game, Glory Days Boxing. It flows. To me, it's the best card and dice boxing game out there. It's one of the best card and dice tabletop sports games, period, out there. It flows. It makes sense. It makes sense. To me, it flows. Great game. Solitaire football. Dave Gardner's been playing that. Do you have that, kayfabe? Glory Days baseball has been put on hold. He's going to start. Anthony's going to start working on, and he's been working on college football, and then he's going to finish off the boxing, the flyweights, I think, and hopefully he gets to a wrestling game. Oh, wrestling games. I showed this before, and I'm going to show it again. It's a free wrestling game because people got mad at me. You get someone to come on with you who's a very nice man. The creator of Wrestling's Finest. Again, to me, it's a very good game. And again, you choose what you want to buy. He came on, very nice man, answered all the questions. Said right off the bat, one of the complaints is the game's pricey. When I looked at the game, that was my thought. Then I said, if I have to buy all these wrestlers with these other games, I'm going to spend about the same amount of money. I could get them all at once. So I did that. And it's a fun game. I've shown it on the channel. And then people, whatever. I don't tell anyone to buy anything. First of all, Tom came on the channel. That was very nice of him. We had a live stream for a couple of hours with Tom Vogel. You could ask him any question and he answered it. He didn't tell you. You could get a free demo of his game with X amount of wrestlers. I think it was 10 or something, or a few wrestlers. But, you could keep it forever if you wanted. You didn't have to buy the game. And I have to get comments. And I'm not talking about people saying, oh, I think the game, that's fine. But these other people, this and that. If you're gonna do stuff like that, why would people want to come on and talk? He didn't say that you free demo the game if you want. I've also told you there's other wrestling games I play. I just like that one a little better. That's all. But here is a wonderful free wrestling game, and I've shown it on the channel. And I'm going to show it now. Bear with me a moment. It's on Sports Replays, so let me get there. Oh, shoot. Let's just type. I think if I type it in. Field of Dreams. I think it's Field of Dreams Sports Replays. Sports. Here it is. Downloads. Okay. So this is free, and let me slide this over here because I always forget I have a second screen. And now let's share the screen. And I've played this game before on the channel. Fun game. It's like if Appa did a wrestling game. That's what I call it. Let's do this. Okay, and share. And then we'll... No, I don't want it that way. This way. There we go. That's better. Okay, so this is Field of Dreams. If you have action PC games, you might want to take a look here. Let's go copy and put this in the chat. Yeah, I think that is the game. So let's go over here and downloads. I'm already on downloads. Okay, let's scroll up. Now watch me not be able to find it. Are you kidding me? I swear to God, it's here. I'm just not in the right spot. Michael Owens Quick Play Games are here. Oh, there we go. No, I am on downloads. Slow. Oh, here it is. Chris's Dice Wrestling Game. Of course, and for some reason, it's not. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Okay, I think it's with the base. It's over here. Brainbuster Excel Wrestling. That's not the one. Right here. Chris's. Okay, so there it is. Let's go back for a second because I foobarred that. I apologize. So you come down here. I kept looking over here. And that's not where the link is. The links are over here where the numbers are. So you come down. You see Chris's Dice Wrestling Game. Click on that. Okay. Scroll down a little more. If you click on this, everything downloads and there's an Excel. There's an Excel helper. And you can actually roll your dice. Yeah, I don't like Brainbuster Wrestling. I couldn't understand that one. Brainbuster Wrestling, I downloaded it, but I didn't understand it. I couldn't find the rules. I think I kind of get it now where you roll and it determines the type of match that they're going to wrestle. And, but this one, stop laughing at me. It's early morning. Just kidding. So if you click on it, and I've already done it, I like Chris's wrestling dice game. So let's say we clicked on it. And now let's save that. I'm going to bring up, what I like to do if I don't set up the charts, I have to find where I put it on my thing. Wrestling's Finest, Pro Wrestling Superstar, fun game also. Here it is, Dice Wrestling. And I'll show you. Where's the Excel helper? Wrestling program. Accept. Enable macros. Okay, good. Now, let's go back to here. And let's share the screen again. I'm going to share the screen again, but something different. And share screen. Share screen. Window. And share. Can we bring that over? Let's bring this over here and make that big. There we go. Okay, good. So what you can do here is, so now this is the game. It's free, but you can roll your own dice. You don't have to roll off this, okay? You don't have to roll this. You could roll your own dice and just read the chart. So say I want to pick a wrestler. You say new match. Then this pops up. This is and this is free. This is free. And you could go, I think Superstar Billy Graham's Superstar. So sometimes in the wrestling games, he's listed as Billy Graham, and other times it's Superstar. So I know he's in here because I've played him before. It could be Billy Graham. So you'd go here and you can pick your wrestlers. By God, I'll find it. There it is, Billy Graham. So that's really Superstar Billy Graham. And now you could have him wrestle Harley Race, which they had an epic match in Florida. They wrestled to I think it was an hour draw. Harley Race. And you're just going to have to differentiate between heel and face because you have to do that for the charts. We'll hit OK. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see Billy Graham and Harley Race. And then, because I'm not going to roll the dice, if you didn't want to roll dice, you click here. So we will say, I'm going to make Billy Graham the face and Harley Race the heel, just because we have to have a face and a heel. Billy Graham can kick out automatically twice, and Harley Race can kick out twice. So they kind of have to beat someone 3 times. Yep, I did. I did print out the wrestling cards. I'm going to reprint them because I got better card stock, and I have a color printer now. But yep, I did. That could be down the line, bud. A PC version. I hope that you can still roll your own dice, though. I will, once he gets a PC version, I will get it, even though I love the cards and dice. It's just if I want to play a quicker game, you know. All right, so here we go. Billy Graham, Harley Race. And I'm not going to roll my own dice. You click. Can you guys see this? I hope you can see this. So we're going to click the dice roll, and we'll just say, we're going to say Billy Graham. You know what? Red's Billy Graham. I'm rolling 2 dice off. I'm going to just roll these off. The Red's Billy Graham, White's Harley Race. I'll tell you who's in control. Billy Graham is red, and he got a 6. Harley Race is a white. So Billy Graham's in control. We will roll the dice. They should have rolled. There we go. So it's a 1 and a 3. So that's a 13. And it's going to be action outside of the ring. So now you go to the chart here. All the charts are right here. This is really cool. And out of the ring, you click on the 2 and you roll again. And now you read this. You add the 2 and the 3. So that's a 5. The heel drops his opponent across a steel rail. So Harley Race takes Superstar Billy Graham outside the ring and drops him across the rail, throat first. Billy Graham drops a grade. So Billy Graham goes from an A to a B. And I think this is where we have to make, I think we only do it right here. C10. I think we change right here. We go B equals C10. We're in G. Where's C10? Oh, yeah, we do it right here. So we're going to go B. Oops. Let's go capital letters B. And you're going to see the grade change and enter. So now that gives you a timing mechanism. And Harley Race, he dropped him across the rail. Harley Race is now in control. And Harley Race goes on the offense. We roll. So it's a 6-2. That's a big roll for Harley Race. Vertical. Harley Race nails superstar Billy Graham with a forearm, puts him in a headlock, wears him down a bit, then gets him in a vertical suplex, and booyah! He nails superstar Billy Graham, and it's a pin attempt. It's a pin attempt on a B grade. So a pin attempt that's going to bring down. So now we go to this chart, pin attempt. He's a B. We'll roll again. I could do an automatic kick out in which you'll only drop 1 grade. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go automatic kick out. So he's going to drop another grade. And we have to change. I forgot how we do this. Oh, we go here and here. And click out. So he has 1 left. And now superstar Billy Graham is a C. And Harley Race is still in control. We used one of our automatic kickouts. Yep. Hello, W. Vogs. Hope all is well. W. Vogs. Yes, they do. I've been watching those. Harley Race was a tough mamma jamma. So Harley Race is still in control. We roll 22. It's going to be a turnbuckle. So you just go over here. I'm not really calling it. So you go the turnbuckle. Now when you roll these dice, you add them together. Click on that. It is a 9. Your opponent bounces, so he gets thrown into the corner. A beleaguered Billy Graham goes hard into the corner, and Harley Race hip tosses him and continues on offense. Billy Graham is on his knees begging. So Harley Race still in control. It's a 14. More Harley Race takes the action out of the ring. So you go out of the ring. And we roll again. And what I do normally when I play, I roll my own dice. And I just read the charts. So that's a 7. Something wild is happening. Go to the specialty chart. So we go to the specialty chart. As they're brawling outside the ring, Graham and Race. Race seems to be getting the better of it. Specialty chart. We roll again. That is a 5 and a 2. That's a 7. Both wrestlers brawl outside the ring. Both wrestlers roll. Both wrestlers DQ separately. Either one or both wrestlers can be DQ'd. If neither wrestler's DQ'd, continues on offense. So Harley Race will continue on offense if he's not DQ'd. Billy Graham's a 7. It's a 6. Billy Graham's not DQ'd. And Harley Race is DQ'd. Harley Race is DQ'd with an 8 because his DQ is it 7? Is it 7 and under? Did I mess that up? Anyway, I'd have to look that up. I usually don't play DQ, but that's the game. I think 7. So it would be under. So Harley Race would not be DQ'd. Billy Graham was DQ'd. And Harley Race is a controversial winner as Billy Graham took a chair to him and smacked him over and over again. And Harley Race wins on DQ. Now, if I was playing this match and streaming it for real, I do no DQ. But anyway, free game, very fun. You want to see the wrestler cards? I'll show you the wrestler cards. Bear with me a moment. Let's close this out. Let's do you want to save the changes? No. We're back to full screen. We'll show you what the wrestling cards look like. Again, this is a free game if you like wrestling. To go along with whatever wrestling games you have. Singles set. Let's slide this over here. Close this. Bring this back up. Share screen again. I'm going to show you what the wrestling cards look like. You have to print them up yourself, or you can just do a snippet. Share screen. So that's Abdullah the Butcher. There's 237 wrestlers. Let's go page down. Where's the page down? Oh, let's just do this. So that's Abdullah the Butcher. Let's do it this way. Adrian Adonis. Adrian Street. And you can see they have a Ahmed Johnson. Singles grade is a B. Tag team's a C. Then they also have tag team cards if they're specialized in tag team. Arn Anderson. So you can see he's a single grade B, but tag team grade X because he has a special tag team card because that's what he's pretty much known for is tag teams. B. Brian Blair is a C. The Barbarian, a B. Baron von Raschke, B grade. Barry Hurwitz, D grade, as in David. Barry Windham's a B grade. Batista's a B. Bill Dundee's a B for singles. Superstar Billy Graham is an A. When I do this online, I use a different picture of him though. I like the with the blonde long hair. Billy Gunn's a C. Billy Jack Haynes is a B. I remember Billy Kidman. He was a cruiserweight. He's a B. Billy Robinson's a C. So on and so. But they have a bunch of wrestlers. They don't have Andre. They do not have Andre the Giant. Bob Backlund's an A for singles. So anyway, they give you that. It's all free. They did a really nice job on this. But let's go stop sharing the screen. And that is Dice Wrestling. Bring this on over here. Stop sharing. And again, I put the link in the chat if you'd like to take a look at Dice Wrestling. This was the unboxing that came today. Superstar Billy Graham. Tangled Ropes, written by Superstar Billy Graham and Keith Elliott Greenberg. That's the unboxing. Hope you enjoyed it. We had a fun little chat. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you're untreated. God bless. Until next time, peace. Love you all. Good morning.